In the shadow of a ghost town, and under twilight's mournful sway, whiskey bottle lying in, 'tis the church begins to fray. Hoofbeats echo through the valley like a train's lonesome cry. Past the barn that's caught in flames, reaching for the sky. Riding through the burning barn, smoke blurring right and wrong. Haunted by love so fierce, now nothing but a song. Ashes rain on cursed lands where once my heart did yearn. Through the fire past old sins, too late for me to turn. She was sunlight through the dust storm, now she's shadows in the wind. Betrayed by whispers, trading love for a sin. Her laughter now just echoes through the silent starry waste. Every memory scorched and sealed by the past bitter taste. Riding through the burning barn, embers sting my haunted eyes. Each flame a fleeting moment of the love that death defies. Beneath the blackened beams, our fate was drawn in soot and char. Lost dreams crackle underfoot in this pyre of a scar. Where the truth becomes so clear, I see her face in every spark, feel her presence so near. Was it vengeance or salvation that this burning path has wrought? Among these flames I find the battles I have fought. Riding through the burning barn where all my ghosts reside, letting go of old regrets that in my heart did hide. As beams collapse around me, this outlaw's tale unfolds. In the ashes of my sins, a new life bravely molds. Riding toward the dawn, knowing every end is just a place to start a new reborn. In a town where the shadows talk and the streets they mourn in dust, a whiskey bottle lies uncorked beside a badge now caked with rust. Old train whistles cut the silence on the bones of wooden frames. A burning church's last defiance as I recall those cursed names. Blood on the ghost town under a crimson sky. Lost souls are whispering as the vultures fly. This land remembers, oh, it never lies. Blood on the ghost town where my heartache lies. Carries tales of you, of a love that once burned so true, turned to betrayal under harvest moons. Your laughter now a ghostly tune. I found you cold in the desert's embrace, forgotten grave and no stone nor trace, only the echoes of your grace, driven to madness in this God-forsaken place. Blood on the ghost town under a weeping sky. Silent deserts hold the secrets of your life. This earth keeps score of the tears I cry. Blood on the ghost town where my old love died. At the edge of the broken road, I stood where the night was split. Your shadow in the moonlight showed a fleeting ghost I'll never forget. Revenge, a bitter path I tread, but justice finds its own in the end with each step. Towards you I'm led in the town that sin couldn't mend. Blood on the ghost town under a starless sky. Each step in the sand, a part of me dies. But I'll lay you down where the old crow flies. Blood on the ghost town and a gunslinger's goodbye.
In the dusk of Lonesome Hollow, where the ghost trains whistle low, a dusty breeze spins tales of a love from long ago. Underneath old hanging lanterns, with shadows casting doubt, whiskey bottles lay forgotten, and the roses are all out. Dance the roses in the casket walls under the moon's cold stare. Silent steps on cursed lands, perfume hanging in the air. Where every petal dropped is a sin, each thorn a tale of scorn. Dance the waltz of the fallen night, where veils of sorrow are worn. She was beauty like the sunrise in a town too rough to tame, but her heart hid secret shadows with a love she never claimed. By the chapel stood her lover, not the one she vowed to keep. Church bells rang their silent warning in a town too dead to weep. Dance the roses in the casket waltz with echoes soft and frail. Betrayals breeze through burning church o'er the hills and dusty trail. Each step a haunting memory, each turn a whisper's breath. Dance the waltz of ghostly veils, twirling closer to their death. Silence of the desert, beset by stars' cold light, he found the grave unspoken where she lay in endless night. Across the wasteland's whisper, he swore by blood and stone, her betrayal would not linger where the sands of time had blown. So dance the roses in the casket waltz to settle old debts past, a gunslinger's final showdown where only shadows cast. With each petal lies a story in the ground, a lover's curse. Dance the waltz in the quiet land where silence ends the verse. first desert town, under the eye of a blood-red moon, where the whispers of the wind sound like a mournful, forgotten tune. The dust swirls round empty bottles, and the chapel bells no longer sound. A lone figure walks the shadows, where his peace used to be found. Gone with the revenge, a heart turned stone. Beneath the burning skies he walks alone. Lost love's echo in a whiskey-soaked breath. He's a haunted soul, dancing with death. Once a lover, now a silhouette against the backdrop of despair. He traded rings for a revolver after vows dissolved in air. That old train whistle's a reminder of the night she slipped away with his best friend at the station in the early hours of day. Gone with the revenge, a heart turned stone. Beneath the burning skies he walks alone. Lost love's echo in a whiskey-soaked breath. He's a haunted soul, dancing with death. By the light of a fire in a burning church, he sees their shadows on the flame. With each crackle of the wood, hears the falter of his name. Truth strikes like a thunderclap, his hand tied on the gun. Revenge or mercy in this moment, but the choice can't be undone. Go with the revenge or let it go. In the silence of the desert, a new wind starts to blow. From cursed ground to the path of grace, in every forgotten grave a lesson trace. Go with the revenge, heart begins to mend. Underneath the starlit sky, may the ghosts finally end.
Out where the sand swallows the sun's last light, beneath the crows that circle tight, whiskey bottles lay thrown beside the road, where a lone figure with a heavy load recalls the thunder of a train in flight. Echoes from the devil's deal they ride, where shadows stretch and old ghosts by. Lost loves wail in the dust storm scream, burning churches by the creek of dream, where every whispered sin must confide. He struck a pact beneath the blood-red moon for silver and a lover's swoon. Dust to dust, the curse of lands did claim, left him with nothing but his shame, and a heart as empty as a forgotten tomb. Echoes from the devil's deal they haunt, silent deserts bear the brunt. Whispered vows and curses thrown in winds that chill down to the bone, and every gust his sins confront. A gun, a rose, and a soul to sell. He chose his path and chose it well. In the night you can hear his cry. Echoes from the devil's deal now done. Underneath the setting sun, resigned to roam this cursed plight in the silence of the desert night. A man outlaws the past he can't outrun.
Shadows stretch and wind past the ghost town silence under the morning sky. Old whiskey whispers from the lips of a dusty bottle as the sun bleeds red over the hills where spirits lie. Hear the whispers in the last ride, echoes of the vows and the love that died. In the roar of the dust storm, hear the cries of the souls once scorched by deceit and lie. The tale unwinds in a forgotten grave where roses wither and no prayers are said. She was the flame and the fury, the storm in my veins. Turned to betrayal, left my heart for dead. A train whistle moans through the cursed night air, a reminder of the night she vanished, thin as despair. Hear the whispers in the last ride, smoking memories where the old pains hide. In the howl of the wind, feel the bite of a love that's turned to war in peace, set to flight. That burned, we swore our oath, till vengeance grew like thorns around my soul's own roof. By the light of the moon, I see her face in the silver glow, my heart's disgrace. So whispers in the last ride, the land's too scorched from the tears I've cried. Except in the dusk where my fears reside, in the last ride's whisper where my demons hide. In the silent desert under starlit dust lies a story buried in whiskey bottles and rust. In the hollows of a ghost town, where the wind whispers sins, moonlight dances on shattered glass. The night show begins beneath the sway of a hangman's tree. Shadows merge and part, each step they take a silent claim on a forsaken heart. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under
at the shadows waltz. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes and a storm in her laugh. Promised her forever 'neath the stars on our broken path. But betrayal's breeze swept through our dreams, left me cold and scorned, with nothing but her echo in the chapel where we'd sworn. So waltz, waltz with the shadows under the devil's moon, past burning churches, through the night that can't come too soon. For every love that's lost, a specter's tale it installs. We dance a dance of vengeance in the shadows waltz. By the old train tracks I heard the whistle of our past, a melody so bitter in desert wind so vast. She's just a ghost in the tumbleweeds, a whisper in my flask. Tonight the shadows claim me as I rip off the mask. Waltz, waltz with the shadows, let the cold truth be shown. In this silent desert, revenge burns in the bones. Here's to the love forgotten, in their graves unadorned. We fade into the night where only shadows are reborn. So I'll meet her at the crossroads where our old love had died, in the haunted quiet where the last of trust had lied. Together we'll embrace in a dance that never stalls, forever caught in the endless loop of the shadows waltz.
In the ashes of twilight, 'neath a blood-red moon scorn, stands a skeleton of a barn where my bitter fate was born. Whiskey whispers in the wind, like voices torn and worn, as the shadows dance with fire where my heart's hope lies forlorn. Midnight in the burning barn, flames reach for the sky. Every ember tells a tale of a love that had to die. The devil plays a fiddle in this ghostly, cursed lie, as I watch the past turn to smoke and the old gods sigh. There's a storm of memories rolling o'er the plains. A train whistles mournful sounds, like spirits breaking chains. She was the fire, wild and free, in those dust-ridden lanes, till betrayal's cold hand pushed me to claim these burning rains. Midnight in the burning barn, this pyre of despair, echoes of a gunshot still hanging in the air. Lost love's a dusty bottle, its contents all too rare. Now just broken glass and spirit in the ash I stare. In the heart of the blaze I see her face, haunting every flame. Truth crashes
promise nothing will ever be the same. A midnight in the burning barn where my old life ends. Here among these cursed lands a new path descends. With the fire as my witness on revenge, my soul depends. As the dawn breaks clear, my spirit bends but never breaks, it mends. So I'll ride out at dawn with the ashes in my wake, a lone gunslinger with a heart too charred to break. Every step from this burn, another destiny I'll make. Midnight's fire taught me well just what's at stake.
In the shadow of a burnt-out church, under a blood-red sky, I found an old whiskey bottle, throwing dust in my eyes. The ghost town whispers secrets in the chill of the desert night. Train whistle moaning distance like a soul not yet in flight. Echoes from the whiskey, singing sorrow and sin. Tales of a man forsaken by what might have been. Each drop a memory, each glass of gray. Lost love and vengeance no one could say. Crossed by a lover with eyes like the stormy sea. She left with my heart under that old hanging tree. Promises shattered like glass in a barren street. Now every bottle's a message from a past I can't defeat. Echoes from the whiskey haunt my broken dreams. Whispers of a cursed land and silent screams, drowning in the shadows of what used to be. This bottle holds The dust storms roam under moonlit skies. This cursed land's my home. The train whistles a lonesome groan past the burning church through the valley's bone. Buried in the whiskey, drowning in the pain. Every bottle's a tombstone, every memory's a chain. Lost love's echo in the bottles cry. Cursed to roam, too gone to die. Whispers trail from an old saloon shadow where her betrayal set my world aglow. Silver flicker in the candlelight, her eyes cold stars on that fateful night. Buried in the whiskey, suffocated by the past. Each sip a reminder of a love that couldn't last. Ghost of her laughter, a haunting spree. Silent desert sands keep her far from me. Stood by the forgotten graves, felt the wind's confession. A specter of her in the swirling dust procession. A shot for every sin, the revolver's decree. In the silence of the desert, the spirits won't let me be. Buried in the whiskey, embraced by the strife. This bottle, my redemption, this outlaw's life. Revenge, a bitter truth under the crescent moon sway. In the whisper of the desert, I'll find my way.
Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free. Dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town's breeze. Echoes of laughter lost in the freeze, where the undertaker's hymn waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze. There lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. We find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand. She vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke of sin as the church burned bright. Another soul lost to the desert night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Life fades as quickly as a rusty gate's creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the undertaker's hymn waits. The spirit sigh. hardens like the frost and cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate. I embrace, let the desert swallow my mournful cries, where the undertaker's hymn waits. A gunslinger lies. Ooh, let the dust settle where it may. In this silent desert, I'll find my way.
Shadow of a ghost town under a blood-red sky. The wind moans secrets as old as time. Bottle of whiskey lying in the sand where the spirits sigh. Echoes of the betrayed in each sip I find. Whispers in the whiskey calling out my name. Haunted tales of love lost and the devil's game. In the depths of amber liquid, I see her face. Drowned in the firewater lies my disgrace. That cursed night by the burning church is the light. Her love was sold on a cold dust storm's rise. Betrayal's knife hidden deep in her eyes left me with nothing but a heart turned to ice. Whispers in the whiskey calling out my name. Tales of vengeance stirring, setting my soul aflame. Every drop of memory, every swig of pain. In the whiskey shadow I call her name in vain. Face to face with my reflection in the broken glass. A specter of the man I was fading fast. Promise like forgotten graves scattered in the past. Now revenge whispers with the wind's cold blast. Whispers in the whiskey, this is my final stand. In the silence of the desert, I take the law in hand. The truth in the bottle, the gun cold in my grasp. In the land of the curse, I found my peace at last. There's a shadow that hangs over the old Dawson's farm. where the timber creaks with whispers of harm. The sky paints crimson over fields that mourn, burning barn on the horizon, where our sins were born. Oh, the smoke, it climbs like ghosts in the breeze, rising higher with my old memories. Each flame is a secret, each ash is a token of a love burned down and words left unspoken. In the glow of the moon, I found her silver locket beside empty bottles where the dust storms rocket. Her laughter echoes from the church's burnt shell in a ghost town of heartache where we once fell. Burning barn and smoke, hiding yesterday's sin. Whiskey whispers about the trouble I'm in. The fire's in my soul, mixing pain with the potion, with each ember a tear and each cinder an ocean. Underneath the train's lonesome whistle, there lays an untold feud. In the cursed lands by the forgotten graves, I face my solitude. Now the truth's as clear as the crackling wood that in the night still burns. She was a spark and I the tinder. When will a man ever learn? So here's to the burning barn and smoke, to the past that I revoke. Here's to the dark, dusty trails and the vows that we broke. I'll ride through this silent desert till my wrongs are made right, or till I'm just another shadow melting into the night. Under a sickle moon's haunted glow, through the whispers of sand, Jericho rolls the midnight train, steel cold and spent, past burning churches where the sins repent. The whistle moans of ghosts, sorrowful tale over whiskey-soaked tracks and a blood-red trail. The midnight train walls in the dust storm's embrace, where the lost souls are tossed. Turn, turn under starless decree, to the tune of revenge and the cries of the free. She was a vision by the lantern's dim flare, in a ghost town saloon with night in her hair. Promised forever by the light of the moon, but her heart was a traitor, left me marooned. Found her tracks by the edge of the graves, where the damned whisper secrets to the winds of the brave. Dance, dance the midnight train waltz, with shadows of the past through time's harsh assaults. Turn, turn with a tear and a scream, in a dance of despair on this cursed desert dream. On the midnight train, I face her ghost by the haunted tracks. We share a toast, her betrayals echo in the canyons deep beyond. Under the blood moon, I'm finally drawn. The revolver's cold kiss, the last waltz command. I'll reclaim my heart in this forsaken land. Dance, dance the midnight train waltz, where love's a mirage and all hope is lost. Turn, turn, let the past bullets fly, for in this final dance it's do or die. The midnight train cries out my pain, a lone whistle fading in the desert rain.
Whispering shadows of the lonesome desert plains, the sun sets fire to the horizon, blood and amber stains. Old whiskey bottles lie buried neath the sands of time, while ghostly trains whistle past the forsaken cursor climb. Ashes of the dusty boots scattered by the breeze, every step a story of broken vows and pleas. In the heart of a ghost town, under a noose's sway, the echoes of my past, they never fade away. Came upon a burning church, the flames kissed the black sky, a remnant of a love lost under that cursed moon's eye. The wind carries secrets of a love that once was mine, now just forgotten graves in these silent sands confined. Ashes of the dusty boots carried off by the wind, a dance of swirling memories of sins deeply skinned. In the silence of the desert, with the stars as my guide, I walk the path of revenge with nowhere left to hide. At the crossroads stands a figure, stark against the night, the shadow of my betrayer bathed in the cold moonlight. Our eyes lock, a silent duel in the whispering sands. Two souls bound by blood and dust, fate held in trembling hands. Ashes of the dusty boots now settle in the earth, a tale of vengeance satisfied, a ghost lonely rebirth. In the heart of this cursed land, I found my peace at last. The past and I, we ride as one, shadows overcast. So listen close, ye wandering souls, to this haunted desert song, where every stone and every bone knows where the lost belong.
Out where the wind whispers secrets untold,
land, cursed by the sun's vengeful hold. Lies a ghost town, shadows cling to decay. Each wooden plank a story, faded and gray. Forgotten graves hum the old sinner's mass, while the devil's ashes stain the broken glass. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry in the devil's ashes. Good men die. Once a love bloom, wild, fierce, and free. Under that old scorched Joshua tree, betrayal's sharp knife, a silent vow broken, left nothing but vengeance, best served cold and unspoken. Her laughter haunts every deserted street. In the swirl of dust storms our past I meet. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry in the devil's ashes. Good men die. We're burning churches once stood tall. Now only ghostly confessions call. There by the old well I confronted my fears, the echoes of bullets lost in the years. She stood there waiting, pale as the moon's glow, her eyes telling stories no one else could know. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles now testify. The lonesome train has had its say. In the devil's ashes I'll stay. This land of curses, my final bed, where spirits whisper among the dead.
Out where the shadows haunt the scorched sand, under a ghostly moonlight stand, voices whisper through silver sage, a tale of a man and his darkened rage. Whiskey bottle by a worn boot side, dust devils dance where secrets hide. The eerie wail of a distant train echoes the gunslinger's haunting pain. No mercy in the gunslinger's eyes, cold as the desert night's clear skies. Each bullet a mark, each step a sin. No mercy where vengeance begins. Once loved a maiden fair and bright, her laughter a beacon in the night. Betrayed by a friend under blood-red skies, she lay in a church that no longer cries. Through forgotten towns his boots tread on, past burning crosses and love long gone. His heart turned to stone on that cursed morn, left nothing but fury, tattered and worn. No mercy in the gunslinger's eyes, haunted like ghost towns under stormy skies. Each bullet a story, each scar a sign. No mercy on this broken line. At the edge of the world in the silence vast, he faced his betrayer from shadows cast. Words of wind in the desert's roar, only the gun speaks with final lore. No mercy in the gunslinger's deeds. Across these cursed lands his sorrow bleeds. Under a blackened veil he claims his due. No mercy, only the desert knew. In the shadow of dead mesquite, where the cold wind moans and sighs, lies a town too rough for daylight, under blood-stained twilight skies. Whiskey bottles tell the story in this God-forsaken land of a lone and weary gunslinger with a trembling cursed hand. Oh, the ashes of the gunslinger spread across the silent dunes, haunted by the love he lost and darkened by high noon runes. Every star a bullet hole in the fabric of his soul, riding on to nowhere in his heart a burning coal. Beneath the cross of an old churchyard, where the prairie roses cling, he lost his heart to a prairie girl, the desert's fleeting spring. But betrayal came from a brother's hand, the one he trusted most, left him bleeding by the chapel, just another silent ghost. Oh, the ashes of the gunslinger drift with each mournful train. Whistles cry, echoes of his vengeance stir in every town he rides by. His path lined with forgotten graves, his nights plagued by restless dreams. A silhouette against the firelight, torn apart at the seams. There in the dust storm's wrath he faced the man he once called kin. Words as sharp as rattlesnakes' fangs piercing the roar of the wind. Two shots fired in the desert's heart, only one man stood in grace, a reflection of his darkest self, fading without a trace. Ashes of the gunslinger scattered by the sins he bore, whispered tales in tavern corners, a legend forevermore. In every gust of desert sand his spirit finds its peace. The gunslinger's fire has found its end, his soul at last released.
out where the shadows twist and crawl, under a moon that's seen it all. The wind carries a tale, tired and worn, of a love sworn true, then sworn forlorn. Whiskey bottles clink like bones engraved in this ghost town where the righteous came to save. Whispers in the revenge, haunting the silent airs, echoes of a trust that was broken beyond repairs. Every star story, every gust of sin confessed in the heart of the desert where vengeance never rests. There's a church on the hill, smoldering still, where hymns used to fill the dusty skies. A preacher man ran with the devil's plan, left nothing but the truth in a pack of lies. Through the ashes, under the soot and scorn, lay secrets between the lines of a love once born. Whispers in the revenge stir the dust of fears. The night air's thick with the price of falling tears. Coyote howls a requiem for souls who won't find rest in the heart of the desert where vengeance confesses. At the crossroads, face to face with my own ghost, I reached into the silence where love mattered most. Reckoning came like a train's mournful whistle blow, a reckoning from the hands of the one I used to know. Now whispers in the revenge ride with me tonight across these cursed lands under the fading light. My heart's laid bare, my sins I must amend. In the heart of the desert, I'll face my bitter end.
In the shadow of the hollow, where the cold wind moans, rests a ghost town wrapped in secrets, all dust and bones. There's a whisper amongst the timbers, 'neath the silver moon, of a man who traded love for pain, one wicked June. Whiskey bottles filled with memories, empty as the night. Train whistles sing of sorrow, fading out of sight. Worn out boots tread through the past, a heart so scarred and frail, on a trail of vengeance for the love that turned the sky to hell. Bible by the burnt church, pages charred and torn. The day the preacher lied to us, the day her vow was sworn.
Redemption lost in the smoky rings. Our dreams went up in flames. With every shot a memory dies, calling out their names. Whiskey bottles preach the tales, the days when justice failed. Desert stars watch silently in cold truths their veil. Echoes of a love once pure now whispers in the world. Each footstep a reminder in this forsaken world. At the edge of cursed lands, beneath the blackened sky, face the traitors of my soul. Knew one of us would die. Through the storm of lead and rage, saw her face in every flash. The bullets wrote the final page with a thunderous clash. Now I lay beside this forgotten grave, under skies so wide and brave. Revenge was mine, but at a cost. In endless dreams her voice is lost. The desert keeps its secrets well, in silent sands where spirits dwell. A haunted tune the night wind sings, my heart bound to its broken strings.